pedigree, multiple felony. See, you spit phlegm, I spit fumes across the ruins of kiosks, hovering sand dunes, a miniature man moon. It's National Lampoon's alien vacation. I'm abducting motherfucking rappers to my inner space station.
What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. Today we're taking a look at a Middle Eastern fragrance that really is pretty popular in our community. This one is called Raghba. Now, there are a group of these fragrances made in the Middle East that are hard to get, that get a lot of play on YouTube lists and on fragrance book groups. And this, without doubt, is one. So I had it on my to-buy list for quite some time. Other ones are Kalamat, Oud Kalamat it's called. La Yukawam Ombarasasai. So they're definitely, a Safari is another one, Al Hajwar Al Aswad. So there are just a few that people, and I'm sure there's a great deal of Middle Eastern fragrances that are really good. So I do love it when people sort of talk about these and introduce me to them. And one day I was just sort of browsing on eBay and I saw a seller who had this one on sale from Kuwait, with free shipping, and I bought it. Now, you guys know that I love to do backstory on houses the first time that I review a fragrance from a particular house. And that's close to impossible for this house, Lattafa, because there's no information available about them. What I know is that this is a house based in the United Arab Emirates, and they have a huge catalog of fragrances for fairly moderate price points. Raghba has a men's version, a classic version, this version, and a wood intense version, which came out in 2014. I think this one only comes in a 100 ml bottle, and I actually paid $40 for it with delivery. And that sort of seems about the going rate online. I've seen it at $30 or $40 around there. It comes in eau de parfum concentration, and notes on Raghba are oud, musk, vanilla, sugar, sandalwood, and incense. Now, the box, I have to say, is quite beautiful. It is written in Arabic, Raghba eau de parfum, 100 ml, 3.4 ounces. You have these beautiful designs, a hologram on the top, Lattafa. And it's rattling around because I actually keep a lot of my extra decants in here. You have information on the bottom, Lattafa.com, Lattafa training. Really cool box. I really like this. It's really ornately designed. I think it's just it's fun to, it's really excuse me, nice to look at. As far as your bottle, yeah, I think they dropped the ball on this one. The shape is cool. It's actually almost identical to the shape of Frappin bottles. And Raghba eau de parfum, 100 ml, 3.4 ounce. A sticker on the bottom that just says basically eau de parfum for him or her. The cap is really like plastic. Hate these light plastic caps, and the atomizer works really well. So I like the actual bottle design. I just don't like the cap. I wish they had done like a wood cap or a metal cap or something a little bit more elegant. Now, when I bought this, I knew that this fragrance got a ton of comparisons to another fragrance, a 24 Gold, which is a fragrance by Scent Story, and that one also gets a lot of love online. Scent Story is also a Middle Eastern based house. I own 24 Gold, and I knew of the comparisons, and when I first smelled this one, the first thing I thought was, what the fuck, this is 24 Gold exactly. Like, basically exactly identical. Now, I'm about 3 or 4 months removed from smelling it for the first time, and I definitely do spot some subtle differences, but this is still so close to 24 Gold to the point that it makes, I think, very little sense for anyone to own both fragrances. And what this is this one is just a really sweet oud fragrance. One of the sweetest fragrances that you might ever come across. I mean, like Aquilina, sweet. There's also vanilla in this one, and thankfully, as this one dries down, it does sort of become a little bit less sweet. You get some amber that almost has an animalic quality with the oud. It's also woody. There's definitely some sandalwood in this fragrance. I think the main difference between this fragrance and 24 Gold, to my nose at least, is that 24 Gold smells like better materials were used to make 24 Gold. It just smells like it's more dense and richer, and both of these perform excellently, and you'll get 10 hours out of either of these. 24 Gold to me just is better in every regard, from presentation down to blending of materials. So this one, what you can expect, it's pretty simple, guys. It doesn't require a huge breakdown by me. Really sweet throughout the life of the fragrance, vanilla, oud, sugar, and then as it dries down, sweetness subsides a little bit. Musk, incense, and amber all come out, making the fragrance a bit more mature, and it's a little easier to take it more seriously as it evolves. Performance, as I said, is great. You really can't fuck with performance on this one. You will get 8 to 12 hours, and there'll be very good projection and sillage with this one. It's definitely a unisex fragrance, and I think you can wear this 3 out of the 4 seasons of the year. For me, it's too sweet for summer, and it does best in fall and winter, and I think it's a casual or night out fragrance, great date fragrance or romantic fragrance. If you can't get this one and you're really intrigued by the idea of this sort of fragrance, the two that I would absolutely say look at is that you could get 24 Gold, and you probably have the better version. Now, 24 Gold has become a little bit harder to find recently. So maybe this is easier than that at this point. And then the other fragrance I would say is the one called Kalamat, which is another Middle Eastern fragrance. Kalamat is actually fairly different than this one, but those three are definitely all in the same family. If someone was trying to talk you into getting this one, I think they'd say that it's really cheap. It's very high quality. As I said, 24 Gold seems to be getting much harder to find, and this probably will be unique to your circle. You know, unless you have friends that are frag heads, I don't think you're going to find too many people that smell like this, and this is a really good smell, let's be honest. Cons about this one, if someone's trying to talk you out of this, I think they'd say, hey, go buy 24. You know, I just have to keep coming back to that. I think they'd also say the bottle is just lame. They did such a good job with the box and then just dropped the ball on the bottle as far as I'm concerned. And then they might say, hey, come on, you know, this is just too sweet of a fragrance. You really do have to have a sweet tooth to enjoy Raghba. So where do I fall with Raghba? I'm going to give Raghba a 7 out of 10. It's not original. The bottle sucks. The cap sucks at least. And it's a pain in the ass to get. And I think it's way too sweet. With those things said, this is a really good fragrance, and it's actually a great gourmand fragrance. I think that if 24 Gold didn't exist, people would be clawing to get their hands on this fragrance. I'm not sure which came first, 24 Gold or Raghba, so I can't accuse either house of copying or being innovative, but man, are they close. This is a great way to add a very high quality niche smelling fragrance to your collection for $30 or $40. So if you don't own 24 Gold, I recommend doing that, because I think you will get compliments on this one. If you like sweeter fragrances, I think you will enjoy this one. So that is it, guys. That is my review of Raghba. Hope to be doing more Middle Eastern fragrances in the future. Let me know if you've tried this one. Am I right? Does it smell like 24 Karat Gold? Am I crazy thinking it smells too sweet? Let me know what you guys think. Really happy to hear your comments, and I'll be back soon with another review.
National Lampoon's Alien Vacation. I'm abducting motherfucking rappers to my innocence.